Some Southwest Florida taxi cab companies want to know why law enforcement in Lee County isn't cracking down on unregistered Uber drivers. County commissioners voted last March to require permits and registration for Uber drivers. Now some cab drivers want to know if local law enforcement is actually looking the other way, and if so, what is the county willing to do about it? Warren Wright working to get them and you those answers. Warren?
I did a public records request with all the major law enforcement agencies in Lee County. Not one of them said they've written up an Uber driver for failure to comply with the law. And what was really surprising, they don't really seem to care about it either. If you want to grab a ride in Lee County, the car you get into must have this big red sticker on the windshield. But taxi cab owners are willing to bet your next Uber driver doesn't, and has failed to pay the $4,500 registration fee associated with the county.
They have an unfair advantage.
Last March, Lee County commissioners passed the registration ordinance. But since then, not one Uber driver has been written up for failing to comply. It certainly is easy enough to find an Uber driver. I just opened up the app and found more than 6 cars that are within 4 minutes of picking me up right here in the middle of downtown Fort Myers. In fact, the Fort Myers Police Department says it's more focused on tracking down criminals, not improperly permitted Uber drivers.
Uber really hasn't risen to that violent crime level yet for us to spend a lot of resources and time on.
And apparently, Cape Coral PD hasn't busted any unlicensed Uber drivers either. Meanwhile, next door Collier County saw no reason to have such an ordinance. I reached out to the Lee County attorney and wanted to know if the county had taken a wrong turn on this issue.
Is this a situation where it's an unnecessary ordinance?
I don't think it's an unnecessary ordinance, certainly from the board's perspective, keeping in mind that patron safety is our #1 goal.
But I didn't stop there. I took the issue to the chairman of the commission, Frank Mann.
If no one's enforcing it, is this an unnecessary ordinance?
It's an unworkable ordinance, I believe.
Mann points out that taxis in Southwest Florida are constantly crossing county lines, and this is really an issue for the state legislature.
I wish the state would intervene. Otherwise, you're going to end up with 67 counties in Florida with 67 separate ordinances.
The legislature was considering a bill that would regulate Uber, but punted on it. There is another bill up for consideration this upcoming session. It's not clear yet whether or not they'll make the call. Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you so much, Warren. What do you think now that you've heard everything here? Do you think Lee County should just deregulate Uber given the lack of law enforcement and the commission chair saying the whole thing's unworkable as an ordinance? Call or text 239-206-FOX4 or email news@Fox4Now.